Hey guys, welcome to Better B. And today we have the another chapter of the class 6th geography of NCRT, that is globe latitudes and longitudes. So in this chapter we will have the discussion regarding what is globe, what are the imaginary lines, that is longitude, latitude, equator, and many things. So quickly let's start the topic. Okay. So first of all, we have the the slide of what is globe. So in this, we have some points regarding the globe. The first is that it is a true model miniature form of the Earth. What is the meaning of miniature form? Miniature form means that that is the small shape of the bigger one. That is, it is somewhat reflects the Earth's characteristics. That is, Earth is round in shape, that is spherical in shape, and to show that it is somewhat tilted on its axis, we have the axis also of the globe, and which we have fixed through the needle, and it is in a tilted manner. And the also we have the different characteristics also, such that it is of the different shapes and sizes. And the third point is that it is fixed through needle in a tilted manner called its axis. Okay. And have you if you are able to see, then we have the that is the blue dark line. If you are able to see, I will make it somewhat red for you. That is this line, and this is the equator. What is it called? It is the equator. And it is the equator which divides the earth into the in two equal halves, and the northern half is called as the northern hemisphere, and the southern half is called as the southern hemisphere. So we have discussed what is globe. What is globe? Globe is a miniature form of the earth, that is a small form of the earth. And they are of different shape and sizes, that it means that we can put it in our pocket also, and we can make it over the globe over the table also. And its some other characteristics include that it is having the needle which is in a tilted manner, which is called its axis, and it divides the earth. It is showing that the it is divided into two equal imaginary parts by an imaginary line which is known as equator. And the northern half is known as the northern hemisphere, and the southern half is known as the southern hemisphere. Okay. So you have to know that the equator is an imaginary circular line, and it is a very important feature to locate the places on the earth. You have to remember that it is the very important imaginary line which is useful, or I can say it is very much useful for making any reference point to locate the any place. Okay. Now we will go in deep and we'll discuss other imaginary lines also. Okay. Here we have the different imaginary lines of the globe. In this picture we have the detailed information regarding the all the we can say all the uh, imaginary lines also, and zones also. And it is also showing the different degrees over which we have these imaginary lines. So let's start. See, we have the in the middle we have what it is. It is the equator, and it is at the 0 degree. Where it is at the 0 degree. Okay. And if we go in the northward direction, we see the the torrid zone, and it is also somewhat in the southern part also. So we can say from 0 degree to 23.5 degree to north, and to 0 degree to 23.5 degree in south, we have the zone which is known as torrid zone, or it is known as the torrid zone. What is the meaning of torrid zone? See, uh, torrid zone means it is the area over which the heat is maximum. It means as we as whenever the whenever the sun's rays get on the earth, uh, or the we can say that the rays of the sun are vertical over the equator, and this is the only region where the maximum heat is trapped by the earth. So this region we call it as torrid zone. Okay, so on the 23 and half north, we have the Tropic of Cancer, or it is known as the Tropic of Cancer, and in the southern part we have the Tropic of Capricorn. Okay, and if we go to the north, we have the Arctic Circle, which is at the 66.5 degree, and if we go in the southern part, we have the 66.5, we have the Antarctic Circle. Okay, and in this region, that is the North Pole and in the South Pole, we all know that these both poles are very much colder on the earth, and this region is known as the frigid zone. It is also in there in the north, and it is also is there in the south. Okay, and this is the regions which are known as the imaginary lines, and the region which are there in the we can say that there is that at the torrid zone we have the maximum temperature. Okay, that is clear. But there is also some that is the region which is not so hot and not so cold, that is moderate temperature, and this moderate temperature is there between the torrid zone and between the frigid zone, so which we call as the north temperate zone, and in the south we call it as the south temperate zone. Okay, and the frigid zone I have described. Okay, I hope I was so fast. Okay, don't worry, I am explaining it in second time. Okay, see, our globe has imaginary lines, and these imaginary lines are not naturally made by nature, but these are human made, and these imaginary lines are somewhat described as in between we have equator, and in between we have equator. Okay, first of all I will remove these things so that you can make it more clear, so that these are be very much clear to you. Okay, let's start. Our earth is divided into two halves by which line? That is the equator, which is the imaginary line which divides the earth into two halves, that is north, that is on the south. In the north we have the northern hemisphere, and in the south we have the southern hemisphere. Okay, so this is the this is the main imaginary line which is at the 0 degree, and the sun rays falls vertically over the equator. Due to this, the region near the equator and on the equator is very much hotter, and we can say it traps the maximum heat. So due to this, this region is known as the torrid zone. What is called as the, it is known as the torrid zone. Okay, and this region is between 0 degree to 23 and half in the north, and 0 degree to 23 and half in the south. Okay, at the 23 and half we have the Tropic of Cancer. It is the another line. As the angle, we says that the midday sun never shines overhead on any latitude beyond the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn. So after the 0 degree, the sun rays are going slanting somewhat, and due to this there is somewhat decrement in the temperature, and this region is between the 66.5 degree and 66.5 degree north and south, which is known as the temperate zone. It is available in both hemispheres. That is in north, it is known as the north temperate zone, and in south it is known as the south temperate zone. Okay, and this is in the north we have the Tropic of Cancer, I have already described, and in the south we have the Tropic of Capricorn. Okay, and at the 66.5 degree, both in north and south, we have the frigid zone, and this is known as, in north we have the Arctic Circle, and in south we have the Antarctic Circle. Okay, so these are the imaginary lines. Now we will discuss some more things. Imaginary lines of the globe. Again we have some other imaginary lines, that is latitude and longitude. What is the meaning of latitude and longitude? These are also imaginary lines, I have already told you. And as in the latitude, lat means horizontal and long means vertical. So in the lines of the latitudes, we have the main line that is known as the equator. It is the main latitude line which is present, and in the lines of longitude we have the prime meridian. That is the main imaginary line which is somewhat that is vertical. Okay, so these are the lines. Okay, the meridian which is present is called as the prime meridian. Its value is 0 degree longitude. That is in the vertically. In vertically we have the that in vertically we have, okay, you are not able to understand. I want to remove this. See this light red colored vertical rounded line is there, which you are able to see now. This is known as the prime meridian. Its value is 0 degree, and from it, if we count 180 degree, that is eastward, and in the 180 degree it is the westward. And the prime meridian and 180 degree meridian divides the earth into two equal halves in longitudinal section, and the sections are known as the eastern hemisphere and the western hemisphere. And due to this only, the longitude is placed by the letter, it is E, that is for the east, and W for the west. Okay, and these are the this is information is regarding the longitude. And I have told you about the latitudes. That is not so their informative thing is there in the latitudinal section. What I have told you about the longitudes, as first of all things that uh, all meridians, unlike the parallels of the latitude, all meridians are of equal length. Okay, so it was difficult to number the meridians. Due to this, uh, they have decided that from some at some place we have to make the count. So they have made this by the Greenwich, that is the British Royal Observatory is located, and this is known as the prime meridian. So this is the prime meridian, which is located and the or which is passing through the Greenwich, where Greenwich is in London. That is the place where the British Royal Observatory is located. Okay, and its value is 0 degree longitude, and from it, if we count at in the east side, it is 180 degree, and also in the westward also it is 180 degree, and it divides the earth into two equal parts, that is eastern hemisphere as well as the western hemisphere. Okay, now again we have the picture, that is also the detailed picture, and in this we have a north pole, that is at the 90 degree north, and south pole, it is at the 90 degree south, and at the 66.5 degree we have the Arctic Circle, and at the 66.5 we have the Antarctic Circle in the south. At the 23.5 we have the Tropic of Cancer in the north, and in the Tropic of Capricorn in the south. 0 degree, that is the latitude, as the main latitude, that is the equator. Okay, so and these small tiny width lines are there of white colored are known as the meridians of the longitudes. Okay, so here we have the north and here we have the south. Okay, so this is the picture regarding the differentiation between the longitudes and latitudes, as longitude is located here, and it is at the 0 degree. 0 degree, we are you able to see that it is at the 0 degree, and it is the known as the prime meridian, through which and Greenwich in London and the Great British Observatory is there, from which this prime meridian is passing, and it is we are counting it as 0 degree, and 0 degree in the equator is there, which is the latitudinal section, and it is horizontal, and the longitude is the vertical. Okay, and now we have the time zones of the world. There are different time zones of the world. Why? Because of the differentiation of the longitudes. Because if we can say that, for example, as the earth rotates or revolves from the west to east, so if the places which are in the east of the Greenwich, that is 0 degree and the longitude, all places which are in the east of the Greenwich, always they will be ahead of the Greenwich, and those which are in the west of the Greenwich, all those places will be behind of the Greenwich. So the rate of differentiation can be calculated that the earth rotates at 360 degree in 24 hours. So in 24 hours earth completes 360 degree, so which means it covers 15 degree in 1 hour, or if we convert it into minutes, then we can say it has or it covers 1 degree in 4 minutes. So for example, if we can just assume that if it is 12 noon at Greenwich, then the time in at 15 degree east of Greenwich will be will be such that I have told you that the earth covers 15 degree in 1 hour. So according to this calculation, if we multiply 15 to 4, that is 60 minutes. So we can say the in the east, the all the places will be ahead by 1 hour of the Greenwich time. That means if it is 12 noon at Greenwich, then it will be 1 p.m. in east. But in the west, the picture becomes just opposite. What if we observe 15 degree west of Greenwich, then it will be behind by 1 hour by the time of the Greenwich, that is 11 a.m. Similarly, if we just assume 180 degree just opposite of the Greenwich, then it will be midnight when it is 12 noon at Greenwich. Okay, so these are the some types of the calculations that you have to must remember, that if we in the east of the Greenwich, these are the questions which are mainly asked by the UPSC and other competitive exams, that tell whether the India or China or any other country is ahead of Greenwich or behind of the Greenwich. So these are the some calculation that you have to must remember, that and the first thing you have to remember is that the earth rotates from west to east. So all the places which are in the east of the Greenwich, always they will be ahead of Greenwich, and all the places which are in the west of the Greenwich, all places will be behind of the Greenwich. And the earth completes its rotation, its one rotation, that is in 24 hours, and that is 360 degrees covered in 24 hours, so that in 1 hour it completes 15 degree. And if we calculate in how much time it takes for covering 1 degree, that is the 4 minutes. So these are the some calculations by which you will be able to calculate whether the given place is ahead or behind of the Greenwich. Okay, so now there are different types of the time, there are different types of the uh, local time and the standard time. What is it is this is the main thing. See, there is huge difference from the east point of the India and to the west point of the India. So uh, and also this is mainly seen in different countries which are very much large. We have seen that there are different time zones in a single particular country, such that in case of Russia there are 11 standard times, but in case of India it is we have the one standard time. So why we have the standard time? Because there is very much huge difference between the east point and to the west point of the country, and due to this we have to take a single point from where we can say that this is the standard time of the particular country. So as for India, let's take the case of India. In the case of India, you can see that uh, this is a huge, we can say, difference is there, huge difference. Okay, so for instance, we can say there is a difference of about 1 hour and 45 minutes in the local times of the Dwarka in Gujarat and Dibrugarh in Assam. So it is very much necessary for India to take the standard time. So in India, the longitude of the 82 degree and half degree east, that is 82 degree and 30 minutes east, is treated as the standard meridian. That is this time, this meridian's time is standard for all over the country, and it is known as the Indian Standard Time, that is the IST. So guys, we can say if we consider the location of regarding of India, regarding the location of Greenwich, we can say that India is located in the east of Greenwich, that is at the 82 degree and 30 minutes east. So if we calculate the difference, then we can say that is India is 5 hours and 30 minutes ahead of GMT, that is a Greenwich Mean Time. And so for example, uh, if it is 2 p.m. in London, then if we add 5 hours and 30 minutes to the 2 p.m., then we have the 7 hours and 30 minutes. So we can say if London is there on the 2 p.m., then at the same time India is having the time of 7 hour and 30 p.m., that is in India. So these are the topics which I have described regarding the uh, second chapter of the geography of class 6th, that is globe, latitudes and longitudes. And in this you are able to see the miniature form of the earth, that is globe, and if how it is tilted, it is known as axis, and its imaginary lines, that is equator, parallels of latitudes, it is the latitudes and longitudes, tropic of Cancer, which is, and tropic of Capricorn, Arctic Circle, Antarctic Circle, torrid zone, temperate zone and frigid zone. What are longitudes, what it is the meaning of prime meridian, and why we have the different time zones, how we can calculate time zones, what is the significance of Greenwich time, how we consider the place in regarding the place of London, and that is the Greenwich, and why do have the we have the standard time, what is the standard time of India, and how much is the difference between the India's time and in the time of Greenwich. Okay guys, thank you, and please subscribe, and we will have the next chapter regarding the motions of the earth, that is the third chapter of the class 6 geography. Okay, and have a nice day.